Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and kittens, welcome back to the podcast. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Give it up. I shouldn't have worn blue, huh? I'm looking at my head on my screen here, and I kind of got this really, really washed out thing going. That's okay. It seems appropriate for the video today. So per the thumbnail, this is where we're at, guys. Osmo hits a brand new all-time low. About an hour ago, or currently based on the chart. Let's refresh it and see if we got an uptick. No, we didn't. Yeah, it's not good. Now, I don't own any Osmo, guys. I cleared my positions on these things. I made the videos. You saw it. I don't own any. But unfortunately, text message. Unfortunately, all the liquidity is pooled up against Osmo. So Osmo is taking out everything. I mean, it is literally taking out everything. Any of these tokens that don't have any kind of action on them right now, yet are pooled with Osmo, are just getting flattened. I mean, they're just getting wiped out. My own personal, my own little Alamo token, Jackal, it looks like it's absolutely bleeding out, and it's really not. I mean, there's no action on the token. They're still minting some, of course, but there's no action on the token. And you pair that up with Osmosis, which is just bleeding down, and you get what you get, man. It's really, really kind of ugly. It makes me wonder about that right there. And we talked about that on the live stream tonight. We'll talk about it again tonight. But it really, really makes me wonder about that little moment right there, our shining moment in the sun, which happened about a week ago. Just a big, massive buy that has since bled out completely, flat, new all-time low. Oh, my goodness, we have trouble with this token. Now, what's going to save it? That seems to be the question. Now, I don't see it. I honestly not seeing it. What is going to get the kind of volume over here? What's going to get the kind of users over here necessary to really, really, really put a lot of action onto this token? I'm not seeing it. Now, Atom isn't helping, but I could say the same thing about Atom. Where are all of these people? Where are all these massive millions of users that you're talking about getting over here? Because the IBC is cool. I'm not taking anything away from that. It's neat. The problem is that you're offering a whole lot of tokens that nobody wants. That simply nobody wants. I mean, who's lining up to buy Tory? I mean, that's it. Or we got dead chains that are still over there trading. You're not offering any products. That's kind of the problem. You don't have a lot of liquidity. There's a couple pools that have big liquidity, but for the most part, they don't. And you're not offering anything anybody wants to buy, and you are an inflationary token. All right, it is bad news on top of bad news on top of bad news. Now, it can be saved. All of this can be saved. But it would take a concerted effort by the entire Cosmos community to just agree that we're not going to sell for a time. We know we're inflationary. We know we are. Atom's inflationary. Osmo's inflationary. But you're going to have to convince all of these Atom validators not to dump their tokens day after day after day, which they're not going to stop. They see, it costs money to run a validator. So, of course, you're going to need to liquidate $40,000 to $45,000 a month to maintain that validator because they're really, really expensive. This is what you're up against, man. Look, I said it before. I'll say it again. The product of the Cosmos is not the tech. The product of the Cosmos are the investors. That's the product. Because if it was actually here to try to get a whole bunch of new people in, we would have consumer apps. That would be it. That would be the focus. Get the consumer apps out. Get the visibility out. And for some reason, people just seem to ignore what else that does, particularly when you're talking about the crypto market. It's not just the visibility on an app. Build a cool app. We got all the devs in the world over here. I know, because they're liquidating tokens every single day. We got all the devs in the world over here, but they're not actually working on anything that a consumer wants. You ignore consumers to your own peril because it's not just the app and the small, monetization stream that you might pull off the app. It's all the visibility that you bring to an ecosystem like this. And you are simply not doing it. You have no interest in doing it. If you did, you already would have. But apps are hard. appealing to consumers is hard. Marketing is hard. Messaging is hard. And it's just a hell of a lot easier to get a VC interested, stand up another L1 where nobody is building anything, and then just sit there and siphon and hemorrhage and bleed and bleed and bleed until you get to the point where this is it. This is your new normal, another new all-time low. And something tells me that if nothing changes, all things remain static right now, I can make this same video day after day after day. You're waiting for the big Bitcoin pump that's going to pump at them, that's going to carry Osmo, because, again, these things that's the big pairing over here. But that ain't happening. So what you were counting on is simply not going to be here. So the question has to be asked, what are you going to do now? My answer was easy. I have cleared those positions. I am out. I am slowly liquidating off all the rest of my atom. I want nothing to do with that. Let the influencers go. Tell me how wrong I am. That's cool. But I'm not going to sit here and watch it bleed day after day after day to support somebody else's lifestyle. I'm just not going to do that. All right, I will harvest. I will save what I can. I will day trade my ass off, and that's what I've been doing right now. I've been just crushing amazingly. A cash. That's it, man. That's been my day that's been my day trade. That's it. That's what's been saving anything that I have left. Is I've been just, my buys have been just right, and I'm an incredibly disciplined day trader. I will set my high limit. I will set my low limit. And my high limit is, I don't know. Let's say we put in $7,500 on a single trade. I'm looking to get $500 out of that. If I can, that's it. I made my day. Had a great day. But for that $500, I refuse to lose more than $150 on that same trade. So I'm looking for very, very particular things. But this is it. This is where I've been reduced to here, man, is that I have to augment everything else that I had up there because it's just bleeding flat. Bitcoin is not going to save you. I get it, man. Don't worry. The bull run is coming. What suggests to you that the bull run is coming? All right, look, there is no bull run coming. What you had back in 2020, 2021 is called a tech bubble. We've been through this over and over. If you're a veteran trader, you've seen this over and over and over. When we are out of the tech bubble, like we were in back in 2000, when the .com busted, then we created a real estate bubble through loose money, bad lending standards, all that other stuff, and then we crushed it all again in 2006 and bottomed out in 2008. We will continue to make bubbles. And then the crypto bubble happened, and then everything's up. But people seem to make this as, so I know this is an Osmo, man. This is just, you should know. People seem to make this association that just because it was up there once, it can happen again. There's no indication that this can happen again. None. And if you're basing all of your investment strategy on this mythical bull run, while you absolutely bleed flat, even if the bull run hits, man, by the time it gets here, you don't have any money left. So I'm just saying, use your head. Questions or comments, Scott? And we'll be live tonight. You want to bust my balls? Go ahead. You know where I'm at. Questions, comments, scottthepodcast.com. I answer any and all. And until next time, please stay safe. Please be smart with your money. Cheers.